If you walk into any American pharmacy, you'll see entire walls dedicated to a single problem. We are a nation obsessed with calcium. We drink calcium-fortified orange juice. We take calcium supplements. We are told, from childhood, that calcium builds strong bones. Yet, here is the great paradox. America, a country that consumes more than enough calcium, has some of the highest rates of osteoporosis in the world, and at the same time, we lead the world in another grim statistic: cardiovascular disease. Our arteries are hardening. Our bones are becoming brittle. It's as if the very mineral that's supposed to save us is, instead, ending up in all the wrong places. Meanwhile, across the Pacific, Japan has one of the lowest rates of hip fractures and heart disease in the developed world. Their secret isn't in a supplement bottle. It might just be in this. To the Western palate, natto is challenging. It has a pungent, ammonia-like aroma, often compared to old cheese. Its texture, known in Japanese as neba-neba, is a sticky, stringy slime that can stretch for feet. And yet, millions of Japanese eat this every single day for breakfast. Why? Why would a culture so dedicated to refined and subtle flavors embrace something so intense? The answer isn't just about tradition, it's about science. Hidden within that sticky, slimy exterior are two powerful biochemical secrets. One that acts as a traffic cop for calcium, telling it exactly where to go, and another that acts as a natural plumber, cleaning our arteries while we sleep. This is the story of natto. And once you understand why they eat it, you may never look at bone and heart health the same way again. To understand the power of natto, we first need to talk about a vitamin you've probably never heard of. We all know about vitamin K1. It's in leafy greens like spinach and kale, and its primary job is to help our blood clot. If you get a cut, K1 is the reason it stops bleeding. But vitamin K1 has a sibling, a more powerful, more elusive, and, as scientists now believe, a far more critical sibling, vitamin K2. K1 and K2 are not the same. While K1 works in the liver, K2 works everywhere else, and its main job is to solve the calcium paradox. You see, K2 is the body's traffic cop. When you consume calcium, it first enters your bloodstream, but from there, it's lost. It doesn't know where to go. It might drift into your arteries, your kidneys, or your brain. Or it might just get flushed out, never making it to your bones at all. Vitamin K2 is the signal that gives calcium its direction. It does this by activating two crucial proteins. First, it activates a protein called osteocalcin. Think of osteocalcin as the bone builder. When activated by K2, it grabs onto that free-floating calcium and physically binds it to your bone matrix. It's what makes bones hard and dense. No K2, no activation. The calcium floats right by. Second, and this is the critical part, K2 activates a protein called matrix GLA protein, or MGP. Think of MGP as the artery protector. MGP's only job is to patrol your soft tissues, your arteries, your heart valves, your kidneys, and kick calcium out. It is the most powerful inhibitor of tissue calcification known to science. But just like the bone builder, MGP is useless until vitamin K2 flips its on switch. So, let's put it together. No K2 equals calcium can't get into bones equals osteoporosis. No K2 equals calcium can get into arteries equals heart disease. This is the calcium paradox, and vitamin K2 is the key that solves both problems at once. So, where do we get this miracle nutrient? Natto isn't just a source of vitamin K2. It is, gram for gram, the single richest source of active K2, specifically the MK7 form, on planet Earth. A single serving of natto contains over 100 times more K2 than any food commonly eaten in the West. The Japanese aren't just eating natto for tradition. They are, unknowingly, consuming the most potent bone and artery protecting compound in the world. The science backs this up. The famous Rotterdam study, which followed over 4,800 people, found that those with the highest intake of vitamin K2 had a 57% lower risk of dying from heart disease and a 52% lower risk of severe aortic calcification. Studies in Japan have directly linked natto consumption to a dramatic decrease in hip fractures. In regions of Japan where natto is a staple, bone mineral density is significantly higher, even in postmenopausal women. The Japanese elders who eat this slimy food aren't just lucky, they're protected. But that's only half the story. The bacteria that create this K2, they create something else. Something that earned natto its reputation as a clot buster. The year is 1980. Dr. Hiroyuki Sumi, a researcher at the Chicago University Medical School, is working late. His specialty is finding new ways to dissolve blood clots. For years, he had been testing traditional folk medicines. On this particular day, he had a container of his lunch, natto, in the lab. On a whim, he took a tiny speck of the sticky, fermented soy and dropped it into a petri dish containing an artificial blood clot. A fibrin-based thrombus. He set it in an incubator at 37 degrees Celsius human body temperature. Then he went home. When he returned the next morning, he couldn't believe his eyes. The clot was gone, completely dissolved. He had tested over 200 other foods and compounds. Nothing had ever come close. In a matter of hours, the natto had done what powerful drugs couldn't. Dr. Sumi had discovered a unique, powerful enzyme, which he named, simply, nattokinase. So, what is nattokinase? When you get a cut, your body creates a protein mesh called fibrin to form a clot. This is good. It stops you from bleeding. But sometimes, your body forms clots inside your blood vessels, where they don't belong. A clot in the brain causes a stroke. A clot in the heart causes a heart attack. A clot in the leg causes deep vein thrombosis. Nattokinase is a fibrinolytic enzyme. This means it has the unique ability to directly dissolve that fibrin mesh, breaking down dangerous clots before they can cause a catastrophe. It's like a natural-born plumber for your 60,000 miles of blood vessels, gently clearing out potential blockages and supporting healthy circulation. Japanese researchers have since found that nattokinase not only dissolves clots, but also helps lower blood pressure. It seems to inhibit an enzyme, ACE, that causes blood vessels to constrict. So, let's recap. This one, single, humble food contains 2. Vitamin K2, the traffic cop that puts calcium in your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. 2. Nattokinase, the plumber that actively dissolves blood clots and supports healthy blood pressure. It's not a superfood, it's a pharmaceutical-grade powerhouse hidden in a breakfast dish. Now, this power comes with a critical warning. The same reasons that make natto so beneficial make it potentially dangerous for some people. Because it is the world's richest source of vitamin K2, which promotes clotting, it can directly interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, which are designed to block vitamin K. At the same time, it contains nattokinase, which dissolves clots, giving it its own blood-thinning effect. This is a complex and powerful combination. If you are on any blood-thinning medication or have a bleeding disorder, you must not consume natto or nattokinase supplements without speaking to your doctor first. This is non-negotiable. But for the rest of us, the question isn't, is it powerful? The question is, could we stomach it? Okay. The science is overwhelming. Natto is, quite possibly, one of the healthiest things you can put in your body. So, let's face the barrier. The taste. And the slime. This is where most Westerners give up. They try it cold, plain, and unprepared, and it is an assault on the senses. But the Japanese don't eat it plain. They have a ritual, a process designed to transform the flavor and texture. First, the base. You must get the hikiwari, crushed or katsubu, small bean, natto. Second, the additions. It always comes with 2 packets, karashi, a spicy Japanese mustard, and teir, a sweet and savory soy-based sauce. Add them both. Now, the most important part, the stir. You have to stir it. And stir it hard. This isn't just to mix. The stirring shears the proteins and releases glutamic acid, which is the source of umami, that deep, savory, fifth taste. The more you stir, the more the slime, the neba develops, and the better it tastes. It becomes creamy, nutty, and intensely savory. The aroma softens, the bitterness fades. It becomes a completely different food. So, how do you eat it? 1. The classic. The number one way is simple. Pour the entire, stirred, slimy, savory mixture directly over a bowl of hot, white rice. The heat from the rice mellows the flavor, and the stickiness of the natto clings to every grain. It's the ultimate comfort food. Number 2. The upgrade. Add a raw egg yolk. The creamy fat from the yolk cuts the pungency of the natto and creates a rich, carbonara-like sauce. Mix that into your rice. It's incredible. 3. The American gateway. If the rice bowl is still too much, start here. Natto toast. Mix your natto with a little Japanese mayonnaise, like Kewpie, and spread it on a piece of toast. Top it with melted cheese and put it under the broiler. The heat and fat kill the aroma, and it just tastes like a savory, umami-rich bean dip. The flavor bomb. Mix it with things that have stronger flavors. Chopped kimchi, sriracha, green onions, or a dash of sesame oil. Use these as a crutch until your palate adapts. And yes, if you absolutely cannot handle the neba, you can get the benefits in a pill. You can buy isolated nattokinase supplements and vitamin K2 MK7 supplements. They work. But, as with all food, the Japanese wisdom lies in the whole. In the natto, you're getting not just the enzymes and vitamins, but also the fiber, the plant protein, and critically the probiotic itself, Bacillus subtilis, which is a powerhouse for gut health. The magic is in the bean, not just the bottle. We started with a paradox, an American, standing in a supermarket, wondering how to build strong bones without hardening their arteries. We look for the answer in a single, isolated compound. We take calcium. Then we're told we need D to absorb it. Then, maybe, magnesium. We are always looking for the one, new, magic pill. The Japanese, meanwhile, have been eating a slimy bean. A bean that simultaneously provides the traffic cop, K2, to send calcium to the bones, and the plumber, nattokinase, to clear the arteries, and the probiotic to feed the gut. It's not a magic pill. It's a complete, elegant, biological system. Natto represents a different philosophy. Not food as medicine, but food as wisdom. It teaches us that the solutions to our most complex health problems might not be found in a lab, but in a tradition. They might be a little pungent, a little slimy, and a little challenging, but they've been working for centuries. You don't have to eat natto tomorrow, but understanding why a nation eats it, that's a lesson that can change how we think about food, health, and life itself. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Be honest. Have you ever tried natto? Comment yes or no below. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please leave a comment with the number 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback is how we make better content for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden wisdom of health. Thank you for watching.